Hi everyone, 8:45 p.m. As you can probably see behind me, the sun's just setting on the day. Warm day here in Essex in England. In terms of outside in the paddling pool, not a huge lot going on. I've just done a couple of things to try and trigger some interest. They go around occasionally and show a little bit of, they have a little sniff at one another, mouth at the spawning ropes, but just done a couple of things to try and trigger them. First off, I've dropped the water level down by around, I guess, 4 inches or so. Pool's kind of handy. There's got a couple of drain plugs in the side of it, which are actually designed to take an external filtration system, but they also, in this instance, have proved handy to quickly drop the water down, as we did previously when we were trying to get this pair to spawn and all the others to spawn. Some water being sprayed across the top just often works as a bit of a trigger, so I'm hoping the combination of dropping the water and that spray of fresh water going over the top does something in terms of giving them some impetus to get going, because there doesn't seem a lot. In fact, I can't even see them at the moment. So there's the male doing what he does most of the time, swimming away on his own. Not sure where he's left his female. With the water dropped, the spawning ropes become a little bit more congested in there. Oh, she's under there, under the water spray. It seems the male's actually trying to show a bit of attention for a change. Good morning, it's 4:45. The koi have been incredibly active overnight. I've monitored them every hour or so, and I've seen them chasing and get everywhere apart from to the point of that doing that shimmy that I photographed and videoed in the previous spawnings. When she releases eggs and he releases sperm. They continue now to chase around. They're going to do either one of two things. One is they're going to get to the point where she starts to release her eggs, or two, they're just going to get tired with the process, which I fear is what has happened on the previous nights when we spawned her, when we've seen this before, that she gets so close. Obviously, hopefully, it's going to be the first former, and she'll start to release her eggs at some point in the next hour or so as day breaks. So fingers crossed.
Well, hopefully that is the start of what we're waiting for. That's the shimmy you see when she releases eggs and he releases sperm. Well, thankfully I can see some eggs on the ropes, just a few eggs I can spot. It's always difficult to spot them in the early stage when the first few eggs come out. But I can see there's a few eggs there, so that's really good news, really happy about that. And I'm going back to bed, leaving beef for a little while. And hopefully by the time they come down in a couple of hours they'll be in full flow and there'll be eggs all over the ropes. It's 5:50 AM now. We're starting to see some proper full-on spawning action with multiple shimmies as the male chases the female, rather than just one at a time, or one brief one. So you saw one there, then she's going to go again, the second one, yeah. So this is when she's really starting to release her eggs. She's going to come for a third one now. If you look closely, you can actually see her belly line has changed significantly from earlier yesterday, when those eggs weren't ready for release. Looks like she's got many more eggs left in there. Hopefully the male can keep going that long. When I say the belly line, the eggs have really moved back towards the vent area as they've dropped back to be ready for release.
Okay, 7:15 now. I'm thinking the peak period of activity may have ceased in the pond, but they are still continuing to spawn. She's continuing to lay eggs. I'm really, really, really pleased to have got to this point. It's almost 7 weeks ago now. It'll be 7 weeks on Monday, I think, if I remember right. That we first put this parent set together, and they had 3 nights together without any success of laying eggs. We've done 2 spawnings, and as I mentioned in the video the other day, I don't know how we actually got to be doing 3 spawnings, which is probably a little bit crazy. But hey, we've done it, and now it's the important part is getting these eggs hatched and looking after them. But as I say, they're still continuing at the moment, so I'm going to leave them be for a little while, get as many eggs out of her as possible. As I'm looking past the camera, I can see her splashing and releasing eggs right now. So I'm going to get some more shots. We're doing that, and then we'll update once we're ready, and once that spawning ceases, maybe in an hour or 2 hours time.
Yeah, I can see lots of eggs still came off of there, drifting down through the water. So still continuing well, so I shall leave them be again. Get on with it. I'll check back in a while. It's 8:45, so 4 hours since I was first aware that they'd started spawning or looking to spawn. And they've done a really great shift, the pair of them, I have to say. There's eggs everywhere, and still I keep thinking they're finished, but I'll take a little break and then get back to it. And she's still releasing lots of eggs sometimes when they go together. Her body shape completely changed. The underside of her body hollow all the way along where she's released her eggs. So absolutely delighted she's got her eggs out of her, when I was concerned that she might not, she might have a problem stopping her. Delighted at the number that she's produced. As to how many of those he's managed to fertilise, well, time will tell. Still I can see plenty of eggs dropping onto the floor there. One of the ropes through the water. So difficult to ascertain whether she was cleaning the spawning ropes there, ready to lay eggs there, or whether she was eating some eggs. But, well, I guess I've got more eggs than I can possibly handle from this spawning. So if she was eating some, then good luck to her. So with plenty of eggs still being laid, I'm gonna grab myself a cup of coffee, I think, and leave these for another 30 minutes or so and come and see how they're doing. Just come up to 9:45, and I think we're pretty much done here. The male's not showing too much interest in the female anymore. As I say, that is something that appeared on the scene, and she's pretty much spent, I think. I'm going to pop her in a bowl and we'll have a closer look at the body change that she's gone through, having released all her eggs. I don't think there's much left, that's for sure, if anything at all. So a very successful morning in that respect. Get her back into the pond, get some food inside her so she can put some energy back on. Tiring morning for her, that's for sure, considering that about 1 o'clock in the morning she was chasing around, he was chasing around with her, so he seems to be showing no sign of reduced energy. And so as I think they're finished, Maybe something stirs her up and I can see eggs still coming from her. But yeah, I think still good time to head her back.
So, separate the parents now. I've got the female here in the bowl. Just going to show you how much different her body looks now she's released her eggs. She had a very full body and now she is really much skin and bone, to be honest. So you can see she's very slim. And if I turn her over, come on, girl. There we go. So all here, where normally this would all be full, when she has eggs. Now all this here, all empty where the eggs have gone. So we'll get her back into the pond and hopefully she'll get some food inside her and start to put some weight back on over the course of the summer. And we'll see, hopefully in preparation for spawning next year. But I'm really glad that those eggs are out of her this year. As it would have been a real concern if those eggs hadn't come out at all this year. But she looks a very different fish this morning to that she looked yesterday and the day before. And a load of eggs in the bowl there as well, but we got plenty. Okay.